It appears that Kardama Muni was fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness because as soon as he became silent, he at once began to think of Lord Vishnu. That is the way of Krishna consciousness. Pure devotees are so absorbed in the thought of Krishna that they have no other engagement. Although they may seem to think or act otherwise, they are always thinking of Krishna. The smile of such a Krishna conscious person is so attractive that simply by smiling, he wins so many admirers, disciples and followers. So here, the smile of a devotee who is meditating on Lord Vishnu, how it is captivating is how it has captivated the mind of, in this case, Devahuti. The captivating power of a smile when that smile is, behind that smile is a meditation on the Supreme Lord. That is why it is so captivating. Captivating when the mind, smile is an expression of mind. When the mind is absorbed in the beauty of the Lord, the mind is absorbed in appreciation of the beauty of the Lord. And when such a mind smiles, it is captivating because it is an expression of the beauty of the Lord. In other words, a beautiful mind attracts everyone. And here it is said, Prabhupada says, the smile of such a Krishna conscious person is so attractive that simply by smiling he wins so many admirers, disciples and followers. Like Prabhupada's smile is so captivating. When Prabhupada smiles, when Prabhupada laughs, it's so captivating. What is it that is captivating? It is the captivating thing is Prabhupada's mind. A mind which is devoted to the Supreme Lord. The mind which is at every instant is immersed in the personal features of the Lord. Will naturally be very attractive because the Lord is very attractive. The name of the Lord, the form of the Lord, the activities of the Lord. If our mind is absorbed in these things, then our mind also becomes attractive. On the other hand, if our mind is absorbed in speculation, it is not going to attract anybody. It may attract another speculative mind. A speculative mind can attract another speculative mind if your speculation is greater than that speculative mind, the hearer's speculative mind. It's a relative game. But if we are absorbed in Lord's intelligence, if we are absorbed in the words of the Lord, words of the scriptures, the transcendental intelligence that is there in these scriptures, if we are absorbed in that, if a mind is absorbed in that, then it will also attract. So Lord's name, Lord's form, Lord's activities, Lord's intelligence. Question may come, how can we do that? We don't even get to see the Lord. How do we appreciate? We have not had, Lord has not come before us. The true fact is that the Lord has come before us. Lord has acted before us. Lord's pastimes are before us. Lord's beauty is before us. Lord's intelligence is before us. Before us means very much accessible. In His various incarnations, the Lord is very much accessible. And Prabhupada says in the purport, the secret is to, Krishna also has told in the Bhagavad Gita, most confidential knowledge. Manmana bhavavan bhakto madhyaji mam namaskar. Manmana bhav mad bhakto is the most confidential knowledge. If your mind is filled with Krishna, that's what we are here for. Someone may say, no, when I get purified, I can fill my mind with Krishna. No, when you try to fill your mind with Krishna, you will become purified. You see, it is very important to understand this. Somebody will think, I am not able to think of Krishna because, I am not pure. So then, let me do so many other things to become pure, so that one day I can think of Krishna. But that is not the confidential knowledge. Most confidential knowledge is whatever you can, try to think of Krishna. Try to think of Krishna. Even a sadhaka, try to think of Krishna. Think of Krishna. Think of Krishna is a solution to all problems. Solution to purification problem is also thinking of Krishna. A devotee's life is molded in such a way that everywhere he is involving Krishna. Or rather, the devotee is not, he is involving Krishna. The devotee is thinking that wherever I am involved, Krishna is involving me. One is I involving Krishna. Other idea is Krishna is involving me as his servant. He is a master of the situation, whatever situation, personal situation, everything. He is a master. In one form or the other, it is a fact. The Lord is the master. The Lord is all-pervading as Paramatma. He is seated in everyone's heart. In every situation of the karmi also, Lord is aware. Upadrishta and Anumanta. The Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, all living entities, one way or the other, follow my path. And As they surrender, I reciprocate. That is the entire existence is that. The dynamics of existence is only that, reciprocation of the Lord. But in which way? A non-devotee is reciprocated by the Lord by sanctioning his material desires through the laws of karma. A devotee who is engaged in devotion service in service of his Guru, there the Paramatma is seated in the heart as a guide and the enlightener. The guide not only for the service, to how to do the service, but also guide internally how to purify. How to purify. The transcendental intelligence is given by the Chaitya Guru. Case by case. General instructions are there. You should do this for purification, you should do etc. all these things, isn't it? But each individual has his own anarthas, his own cases, his own problems, his own mental catch, his own emotional blocks, his own kind of ignorance, his own distorted perception of things. Highly subjective. Each person's is different. So each person to come out of his anartha, to come out of his ignorance, need the right kind of dosage of jnana, divya jnana. And that divya jnana is constantly given by the mercy of Guru and Krishna in the heart of such a devotee. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasadat, yasya prasadat na kutopi. By the combined mercy of the external spiritual master and Paramatma, the devotee is continuously fed with divya jnana to get him out of this material entanglement. So, in so many ways, the Lord is present in the life of a devotee. This has to be remembered. The devotee has to be remembered, has to remember this. In other words, one has to understand the involvement of Krishna in one's life. Not in an overall sense. Every moment, in every day, day to day, the Lord is involved in every devotee's life. And the sum and substance of all that involvement is, that's a confidential knowledge, is how to remember the Lord. That we have to remember the Lord in every situation. We have any problems in life? Mat chitta sarva durghani, mat prasada tarisasi, atachetam ahankara na shoshasi, na shoshasi vinakshasi. If you don't listen to me, you will be lost. Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, you remember me, no? No, these are all small problems. How can I involve Krishna? But Krishna is saying, mat chitta sarva durghani, mat prasada tarisasi. Sarva Durgani, Krishna never has any Durgani. God has any obstacles? He cannot have any obstacles. Just by his wishing away, obstacles will dissolve. So he is talking about whose obstacles? Our obstacles. Our obstacles in service, our obstacles in following regulative principle, our obstacles in purification, our obstacles in removing envy, lust, anger, our obstacles, all these obstacles. How to remove all these obstacles? Don't work on your own. Krishna says the solution for that is remember me. You will see miracles will happen. I leave it to Krishna how to remove how I need Krishna's help to remove my anger. Why am I an angry person always? Or why am I a frustrated person always? Why am I always dissatisfied? This is a punishment to my mind. Krishna, remember that verse of Krishna. Machchitta sarvadurgani mat prasadat tarishyas. Internal problems, external problems. Remember Krishna always. Any task which is insurmountable, very heavy, very difficult task. Chetasa sarva karmani mai sanyasya matpara. You see, it's a very big task. I cannot do it. Krishna is saying, Mai sanyasya madna. Offer that work unto him. Take him as the leader. He will lead me to that task. I am just a follower. He is a master, I am the follower. Chetasa sarva karmani mai sanyasya matparaha buddhi yogam pashitya macchitta satatam bhava. Macchitta satatam bhava. Krishna, 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 Krishna in any situation. If we become Macchitta, Krishna Chitta, then that is actually secret of entire Krishna consciousness. And there are so many unlimited opportunities given in this particular today's situation by Srila Prabhupada. He has given us the deities to worship. In such a personal way we can relate with the Lord. You take prasadam, fill your mind with Krishna while taking prasadam. Fill your mind with the meaning of that prayer that you chant before taking prasadam. Let the mind taste that prasadam. The transcendental form of the Lord, the deities, beautifully decorated deities. Let your mind appreciate. And stand before the deity, let our mind appreciate the Lord's unlimited compassion by which He is appeared in a way in which my ordinary eyes can see. My ordinary eyes can see the smile of the deities. By the mind appreciating the deities, our mind becomes purified. Taking shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, deity whom you are worshipping. Any problems you have, you think of the lotus feet of the Lord. Surrender to the lotus feet of the Lord. Surrender your problems to the lotus feet of the Lord. It's all very personal. The feet is a person's feet. It's a personal thing. When you need protection, you meditate on the lotus feet of the Lord. The embodiment of protection. The lotus feet of the Lord is the embodiment of protection rasa. If you pray to the lotus feet of the Lord, protection is 1,000 times guaranteed. That is a leela of the lotus feet of the Lord. See, appreciate and meditate on the beautiful smile of the Lord. Meditate on the beautiful grace of Radharani, the deity of Radharani. All our lust will vanish. Prabhupada explains, If one gets attracted to the beauty of Radha and Krishna, deities, our lust will vanish. These are all very mystical processes. One may think, how it will vanish? I'm just seeing you. No. If your mind involves in appreciating it, because you're not touching ordinary thing. You may not recognize. Our senses cannot recognize the transcendental form of the Lord. But when you see the deities, you're actually touching transcendence. You're touching another dimension. When you touch that dimension, then our mind becomes Satchidanandayist. Our mind becomes. Same thing with the holy name. In other words, the idea is to always think of Krishna. Pure devotees are so absorbed in thought of Krishna that they have no other engagement. Although they may seem to think or act otherwise, they're always thinking of Krishna. The smile of such a Krishna conscious person is so attractive that simply by smiling, he wins so many admirers, disciples, and followers. So, in other words, the devotee has no time for speculation. The two other kinds of bhakti, karma mishra bhakti and jnana mishra bhakti. Sometimes we think that, unless you become pure devotee, then your bhakti is always going to be karma mishra and jnana mishra, mixed with jnana and karma. Not required. If simple, even a new devotee is attached to the deities of the Lord. If you simply has a understanding that I am living in the house of the deities of the Lord, I am living in Radha Krishna Chandra's house, I am a sevak in that house, I am a servant in that house. Simple thought, simple paradigm of life. One can constantly think of Krishna. With simple thoughts, no high philosophical thoughts. I am staying in the house of Radha Krishna Chandra. I live by eating the remnants of Radha Krishna Chandra. Is it an ordinary thing to be a servant of Radha Krishna? Ordinary thing to get admission into their house and serve? These things should, simple paradigms, not very highly philosophical or anything, nothing. I have to respect and honor every servant of Radha Krishna, every other servant of Radha and Krishna. You don't need big philosophy how to be humble. Simply this thought that I am staying in the house of Radha Krishna Chandra and everybody is dear to Radha Krishna Chandra, they are all serving. I have to respect them. If somebody by chance somebody hurts you, okay, it's all right. Tolerance comes. Why? Because you see that devotee, he is servant of Radha Krishna Chandra. What can I do? In other words, this Krishna consciousness is so wonderful. So from day one can be Krishna conscious if he wants. He has to get that. It's a mind that is the biggest problem. We tend to think that Krishna consciousness means my mind has to lead me to Krishna. Actually, the other way. Krishna has to lead the mind. So you have to bring Krishna into our life. We have to bring deity into our mind. We have to bring the holy name into our mind. We have to bring the instruction of Prabhupada and Krishna into our mind. And so many varieties of ways in which we can bring Krishna into our. When we say Krishna, when you say bring Krishna into our mind, name, form, activities, qualities, the beautiful smile of Lord Vishnu is what Kardama Muni is absorbed in. And his face is brilliant. Devu is attracted to, transcendently attracted to him as a great personality, as a great devotee. His brilliance of Krishna consciousness is appreciated, is captured. Because she is also not an ordinary person, Devahuti. Not an ordinary girl. So simple instructions can save our entire, simple instruction can simplify our entire Krishna consciousness, which we complicate. And we always think, I have a big problem in life, That problem, there is only one solution. Go on putting Krishna in the mind, Krishna in the mind, Krishna in the mind. You may try to solve one problem by bringing Krishna into the mind, but Krishna will solve all the problems. You are only aware of one problem. If you use your mind, you will solve one problem. After you solve that problem, another problem will come. Once you solve that problem, another problem will come. Life after life, problem after problem after problem will come. So our solution is not to solve problem by problem. Our process is to solve all problems in one shot if we bring Krishna into the mind. In unlimited ways. Varieties of ways of bringing Krishna into the form, or varieties of ways of being Krishna conscious. Varieties of ways of being Krishna conscious. Any questions?
Prabhu, sometimes devotees get into the paradigm that I am not qualified to serve Prabhupada's mission. Let me leave and go. Because they are unable to change their perceptions or perception about the people or situations. They may try, or sometimes we see that they get into paradigm that, okay, I am not qualified. Let me leave and go. So, what should be the correct this kind of?
That is called voice of Maya. So you should not hear that. She says, I am not qualified. Your reply should be, yes, I am not qualified, that's why I am here. I am not qualified, so I should go away. So to defeat that voice, you should say, I am not qualified, that is why I should be here. Only by being here I will get qualified. And another thing you said, I am not able to change my perception, all those things. You can never change your perception. Only Krishna can change your perception. I have to bring Krishna into my mind and then everything will change. Again, see the trap. Our mind always thinks that, no, I have to change, then Krishna will come. It will never happen. You have to bring Krishna as much as you can bring Krishna inside. That little Krishna you bring inside will give you the qualification to bring more Krishna into your mind. And little more Krishna comes into your mind, that will give you the qualification to bring some more Krishna into your mind. Just like we say, to chant purely, oh, I am not pure, so I should not chant Hare Krishna. Because my chanting is offensive chanting. Better I don't make offenses. Better I don't chant. I am not qualified to chant. What do the acharyas say? You are not qualified to chant. If little qualification is there, that qualification will multiply and increase your qualification. Nama Parada will become Nama Bhasa. Nama Bhasa will become Shuddha Nama. Nama Aparada means not 100% it is Aparada. In the Nama Aparada there is, that means it is a stage where Aparada is mixed. But it is Nama Seva. It is Nama Seva. Nobody can be 100% offensive. Then Nama won't come at all. On the tongue. The very fact that Nama is coming means something you are not offensive. Right? That something you are not offensive will sit inside and it will multiply. And it will help you become less offensive. Less offensive. Then the glimpse of the Shuddha Nama will come. Nama Bhasa. And then with the taste, Shuddha Nama will come. When you chant. So that is the process. So this kind of thinking is wrong. Simultaneously both things happen. And that is the uniqueness of this Bhakti Yoga process. The means and the end is the same. To go to Krishna, I want to go to Krishna, that's my goal, end. The means is what? Means is also go to Krishna. As much you can go to Krishna, you go. End is what? You fully go to Krishna. In the beginning, you go little to Krishna. And little 90% Maya, 10% Krishna. But that 10% Krishna will become 20% Krishna, 80% Maya. Like this, bring Krishna into our mind becomes completely purified. जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय.